You were probably dating for a while. You've met their family, they've met yours, you've met all of their friends. Your lives became entangled, and suddenly they got up and left. And you wonder, was this real? Were they being genuine? Is it true? Chances are, yes. You see, someone with an avoidant attachment style, like everyone, we've got a ton of emotions, but because of trauma, they react differently when they feel pressured. So they might have been struggling in the relationship. They might have been questioning themselves in the relationship. They might have been questioning their ability to commit, to open up themselves to another human being. And during the course of the relationship, while the relationship was happening, while you guys were doing things and you thought everything was okay, in their head they might have been checking out. Now, they can still talk about the future, even during the very last days. And that's why you hear a lot of people will say, well, everything was going great. We had a great weekend. Everything seemed to be perfect. We were so happy. And then suddenly this person broke up with me. Usually that is a trigger. That happy time can be overwhelming. And they wonder, can I continue down this path? Is this something that I can upkeep, this joy that I bring to this person? Is this too much of a pressure for me? What happens if I get too close to this person and then they walk away, everything falls apart? We have to remember, those with an avoidant attachment style, they are afraid of being abandoned, afraid of being rejected. I would even want to push and say probably terrified. And in their heads, they're always thinking that someone's going to leave them. No one's going to really stay. So they're always preparing themselves for worst case scenarios. Now, this doesn't mean that at times they're not hopeful. They are hoping to find that person who is going to stay with them forever. But they don't trust. And so we've got this host of emotions, this back and forth, especially for those who's got a fearful avoidant attachment style. Now, you want to be prepared for, should the relationship end? What do you do should your ex-avoidant attached person reach out? I want to talk a little bit about future faking. You see, when the avoidant attached realizes that they've lost you, they're going to go into a state of fear and panic. And in those moments, we will do and say anything to regain control, to get the object or the person that we want back in our lives. We'll do and we'll say any and everything. What you want to be careful of is that you might be in a space of hope. If you've not accepted this for what it is and seen that the relationship might not have been fulfilling for you, it's very possible that the future faking talk or hints that will be dropped in a conversation if you meet your ex can really suck you back into the relationship. I'll give you an example. I had gone through a breakup, and my ex wanted to meet up and talk. And we talked about where we would live, and I think I mentioned that, the relationship was a little uncomfortable at times, and the place where we broke up was one of my favorite places. And I said, I'd never be able to go there again. I don't think I could. And he said, well, maybe we'll have a place of our own. It's just a little quiet drop of a breadcrumb. And I watched myself, and I thought, years ago, I would have grabbed onto that, and I might have thought, oh, this person really wants a relationship with me. This person is really thinking about the future. But what you have to do is look at the efforts that they've made in the actual relationship. If that relationship was 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, did they make the effort? If this person had the opportunity many times to do the things that they're now promising to do, that they're now dropping little hints that they can do, then what prevented them in the past? And is that something that's going to change overnight? Healing takes a lot of time. If we want to get really good at something, we'll have to spend about 10,000 to 50,000 hours at it. That goes for healing as well. It's conscious effort and work. So we've got to take into consideration why this person did not do the things that they're now promising they'll do. We have to empathize that, yes, this person is now coming to a realization that things are changing and they're probably not comfortable with it, and you let them go. You give yourself time to heal. And in your healing, constantly remind yourself that this was not your fault. The way they ended the relationship, the way they've treated you, that's not a responsibility or a burden for you to carry. The responsibility that you want to take is to look into that relationship and think of the things that you could do better in your future relationship with yourself, the red flags that you might have missed. You want to pick up on those so that when you start dating again, those are not the same mistakes that you'll make. I hope this helps. Please subscribe, share this if you found it helpful, and until the next time.